guys, today on Anime Zero we'll be having a look at Infinite Stratos, the Ecchi / Harem / Mech series to come out of 8-bit studios. I came up with the word Harem which in Swahili means he who fights the drunken boar will emerge victorious. This anime is clearly for teenagers, I think, and more so girls, because I mean the banter between the female characters makes me want to cut my fucking wrist with shards of the Blu-ray disc it came on. I joke. To a degree. This anime is both good and bad. As I said before, this anime comes out of 8-bit studios who have been involved with many titles like Bodacious Space Pirates, Fairy Tail, and Blast of Tempest, just to name a few. So what is it? Well, it's a story about... Really? Normal high school student? Of course! Anyway, he's living in a world based in the near future where a crazy Japanese scientist come up with an overpowered exoskeletal system called the IS, or Infinite Stratos. The world has signed a treaty stating that none of the Infinite Stratos machines will be used for military combat. Existing IS suits are divided up equally amongst the countries to prevent any one nation from dominating the others. Fast forward about 10 years after implementation, there's been a societal shift with females being the only ones able to pilot the IS machines. Enter Ichika Urumura, voiced by Koki Uchiyama, a 15-year-old Japanese boy and the only one in the world able to pilot an IS machine. Realizing the potential, the government sends him to the prestigious IS Academy, which is an international academy founded specifically for IS pilots. And from here he's set up to begin a school life surrounded by girls that use IS. And from here you're probably thinking it's the main protagonist unintentionally triggering a swarm of girls that he befriends and fights for, leading to awkward, half-sexual, semi-romantic situations with each one. While 90% of the time being interrupted by one of the other ones, leading to humorous but stereotypical and often cliché situations. Well, you'd kind of be right too, but stop doing that. Or you could be thinking that this still has some potential, and it did, until it was ruined. This anime turned pretty quickly from a decent take on mechs and a thought-out world into a generic mess of teenage garbage. I mean, this anime literally has no storyline to speak of. You could watch the first two and the last two episodes and get everything. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the first few episodes as it set up the scene, but by the end, the scene was a grisly chalk outline of what could have been a better anime. But with that being said, it's animated well, really well, to the point that it bothers me. I mean, there's fight scenes in this that are better animated than some of the more serious anime out there. And the sound was good too, with effects ripped straight from fighter jets, turbines, and other assorted, fast-sounding things. And the voice acting was okay too, when it wasn't incomprehensible pitches and tones, with the lusty and luscious Yukana Nogami, Yoko Hikasa, and Noriko Shitaya leading the charge. Which is why I was pretty pissed at the end of this, because the first few episodes set up what could have been a relaxing and enjoyable ride rather than you wanting to bail out at top fucking speed. But it wasn't the worst anime I've ever seen, it just needed more storyline. A lot fucking more. So let's try and give them the benefit of the doubt, at least a little bit. If we look at it like the first season introduces characters in a world, explores the characters a little bit, and shows off what the animation studio is capable of, we might actually be in for a little bit this second season. Now I don't necessarily know how this got a second season, but if anything happens that can contribute to some form of a storyline, then it's probably worth watching. But if not, then it's up to you and how much time you've got to waste. I have no doubt in my mind that teenagers will eat this shit up, but anyone older than that isn't going to get anything out of it unless they're a die-hard mech or harem fan. The character development was one of the best things about it, yet there was still next to none to speak of. It was mostly just teen banter that gave you bursts of sub-psychotic rage. I rate this anime at about a 5, and that's because of the animation, the sound, and what could have been a decent take on the mech genre. If I was 14 again, I'd probably rate this about a 7, but I'm not. Times change, but apparently not the standard take on the standard anime. You know, like what happened to wanting your teen/Ecchi anime to be the best, you know, with some effort put in, like Freezing or High School D&D New. Speaking of which, check out my reviews right there. I don't know, I'll still probably watch the second season though to see if it goes anywhere. I mean, I didn't spend all that time getting invested in the characters for no reason. Or maybe I did. Either way, I'll let you guys know how it turns out. But until then, thanks for watching this episode of Anime Zero. If you liked the video or enjoy anime in general, don't forget to like and subscribe or head on over to my channel for more content.